Hello, welcome back to the TCAP commentary. Today we're doing Safraz Khan and Yasan Asfour. Two guys, yes. These two are actually very popular. They're extremely popular. Surprisingly, I actually don't know why. Me personally, I never found these two that entertaining, but I was never one to watch this one often. But anyway, we'll get into this. If you like To Catch a Predator, right, check out the channel. I have plenty of commentaries over To Catch a Predator. So, if you're into that, or this is your first video ever watching this kind of stuff, check it out. I'm sure you'll love it. All these guys are bad, but it's also very fun to laugh at. But anyway, let's continue. Jesus, what was that?
Dateline and Perverted Justice set up an investigation in this beachfront house, and it's going to get crowded. Some men even coming two at a time.
Yes.
Here comes a 25-year-old psychology student named Safraz Khan.
Oh,
weeks
man.
before he
24?
arrived at our house,
25?
Khan, who uses the
Yeah,
screen
I'm
name,
already throwing
he
this.
arrived at our Khan. Weeks before he arrived,
I'm sorry.
old psychology student
Oh
named
my
Safraz
God.
Khan, two at a time. Here comes a 25-year-old
25?
psychology student named Safraz Khan. Weeks before
Safraz
he arrived
Khan.
at our house, Khan, who uses the screen name
Tennisboy213,
took 3 years off his age and began speaking.
Jeez, 20. I mean, regardless, it's not below the age of 18, right? But yeah, that is another thing I didn't note in the intro. Tennisboy213 is the famous username that Safraz has for this, right? He's mainly known by Tennis Boy, not his like actual name. But yeah.
13.
Before we continue, Safraz Khan is actually known extremely well by his actual username, Tennisboy213, right? He's known as Tennis Boy, right? And we're gonna see what our other pal is bringing to the table when it comes to usernames. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a noteworthy thing. But he's 25. He's a young guy, right? He's what do you say, a psychology student, or whatever. It's like this dude has enough going on in his life, right? He's a student, doing all this stuff. He doesn't need to go after no minor, man. Like, he could have just lived life doing basically not this.
Screen name Tennisboy213 took 3 years off his age and began speaking to a perverted justice decoy who told him she's a 13-year-old female.
Do you have a way to call that guy?
Dateline pays Perverted Justice to do what it normally does, set up profiles in chat rooms that appear to be from underage teens, in this case ages 13 to 15, who are curious about sex.
Christ, that is actually very interesting. I've never seen something like that. Very crazy. They like put like a bunch of posters on the wall to make it seem like this is like a 13-year-old girl's room, you know. But yeah. Back to the Paying Perverted Justice, which is like the actual organization organization. Oh God, that actually catches these guys, right, through text and all that stuff. They paid them a lot of money, right? I believe they got themselves at least like $1 million bucks for this, which is insane to think about. And don't quote me on that, because I heard that from another commenter. so don't quote me on that.
Appear to be from underage teens, in this case ages 13 to 15, who are curious about.
I'm sorry I'm pausing it so much, but has there ever been a 15-year-old decoy like shown on the show? I don't remember. I believe it's mainly 12, 13, and 14, but like 14 is also like the rare one. I don't believe they have as many 15-year-olds like on the decoy list, right? Because it's the younger it is, the worse it lands these guys, right? So yeah.
Sex. In his chat, Khan asks the girl if she's a virgin and if she likes older guys. He writes,
I would make love to you for hours.
Then Khan, the student, becomes the teacher, advising her on such matters as erections, masturbation, oral sex, sexual positions, and how sex for her may hurt at first because she...
Oh my God. Can this stop? God damn, man. I believe Tennis Boy is a virgin at this time, or maybe the other guy. What is his name? Asfour. I don't know. I remember his fucking name.
Love to you for hours.
Then
man, that's me, man. That's what I should send people that I want to, get on with, right? I should say something like this, man.
I
Oh,
would make love to you for hours.
I think that, man, it would entrench them like that, man. It would be like that, you know. Imagine if I said something. Imagine you're someone I'm texting, right? Imagine if I say, I would make love to you for hours. Oh, man, imagine that, man. That would have been great.
Then Khan the student becomes the teacher, advising her on such matters as erections, masturbation, oral sex, sexual positions, and how sex for her may hurt at first because she's a virgin. But he clearly knows what he's doing is illegal.
Wrong.
I'm kind of afraid to come see you.
They got a completely different voice actor for this, right? They got another voice actor for Khan, right? I wonder if they I don't think they kept up this trend of like getting different voice actors for these guys. I think eventually it just ran through with the the famous one, the most famous one, to read these out. But yeah, I believe he's a virgin at this time. I truly believe so. But I might be getting him mixed up. I'm kind of afraid to come see you. He knows how bad this is. He was actually very cautious when it comes to texting the decoy, like when it was closer to meeting the decoy. And even being in the house, we'll see in a minute.
Because I could go to jail if I touched you. You're a minor.
Jesus, man. There was a lot of conviction behind those words, man. Whoever voiced this wanted to get hired again, you know?
But later, he sends along a picture of his genitals and says he'll bring lots of condoms. He makes a date online to come to the girl's house.
Oh, my God. It's just like, okay, I'm not laughing about like there's a picture itself, but I'm just wondering where he's at because this looks so weird. Like, this doesn't look like a mirror photo, right? Like how most people do it, right? Or like they're standing in front of like a webcam. This guy's just like displaying it. I don't know where he's at. This looks almost professional, right? But no, it's very strange. Like he went hard, pause, on doing pictures like this, man. Oh my God.
Condom.
And shut up. Come on, man.
He makes a date online.
And if you know what I'm talking about, I'll bring lots of condoms. Shut up, man.
Bring lots of condoms. He makes a date online to come to the girl's house when she says she'll be alone. Now he's here.
Tennis boy.
You can come in.
Oh, that's sketchy as hell. That's sketchy as hell. Just the decoy's like all wrapped up in a black sweater, right? Or a jacket, whatever.
You can come.
Like, man, why are you like this? Like, where this? I believe this is in Florida. Why are you wearing a jacket indoors? That's like, I don't.
Hi.
Khan is walking into a house loaded with hidden cameras, a Dateline crew, and members of Perverted Justice.
Man, they even have 3D graphics of the damn house. They had high budget when they came to this house, man. Like they have one here.
He's walking into a house loaded with hidden cameras, a Dateline crew, and members
like
of
Christ Almighty. Like who animated this graphics, man? If you're out there, comment.
Perverted
what
Justice.
am I saying? What am I saying?
He appears to suspect there's more here than meets the eye.
You can come in and sit down if you want.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm pausing it so much, but like, I have so many thoughts about this segment because I've never considered a lot of what's happening. Right? I've always watched these and kind of, skimmed past it. I was never a fan of these two. I'm gonna be honest, but now I'm trying to see what's all the craze about. Right? But the decoy looks so suspicious, man. Like this looks such like a sting operation, which it is, right? But
there's more here than meets the eye.
You can come in and sit down if you want.
No, that's alright. You're the one I talk to on the phone.
On the phone?
Yeah.
Because he's wary.
That is suspicious, man. I'm just thinking about how these guys would. Okay, kind of weird, but I'm thinking about how this guy would feel in this moment, and I would feel such dread. Like I've landed myself in such a predicament, right? But yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's wary, I decide to make an early appearance.
You can come in here and sit down for a minute if you want.
I need to talk to you for a minute. Why don't you have a seat right there, please? What's going on?
What's going on?
I'm sorry
You're sorry for what?
For what?
that I did this.
But remember, we told you it was going to get crowded. That's because our next visitor is very close by.
He's going to be here in just a minute, so it's going to get interesting.
Meanwhile,
Thanks, Frag, man. Thanks, man. It's gonna get real interesting, as Frag said, right? But To give a little bit of context behind Asfour, right, the other guy that's coming up, right, I believe he was here in the United States because he was on a basketball team. I was studying at some Florida college, and once you meet him, you're gonna realize that this guy's not that smart. But
interesting.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I continue to have my conversation with Tennis Boy.
And what did you do exactly?
Tennis Boy.
I came to meet someone that was underage.
And why did you do that?
I don't know.
It sure seemed like
Crazy.
you knew what you wanted during this chat.
And we're out of time because our next visitor is here.
Copy that. Stay low. The next guy is right outside the house scoping.
Stay low. Shut up, Frag. Like you're annoying.
Making the turn.
Very lame too.
The result, to catch a predator first. Our decoy invites him inside.
I'm just rubbing my eyes right now, man. It's so interesting. Maybe it was planned out in the chat logs, but it's crazy that he legit goes up to the door, she opens it, he just comes in without a single word exchanged, man. Very, very strange.
Why don't you come in over
Come
here
in.
and
Oh my god, that's I knew his ass was gonna pop out. Ron Knight is a dare I say a shit bodyguard. Man, yeah, what is he gonna do? What is this guy gonna jump over the bar and then Ron Knight's gonna jump in? Like, come on, man. But
we're here and stand right over here at the bar. How are you? Good. Please come here. I want you guys to meet each other. This is Tennisboy213, and Tennis Boy, this is Slave2mistresses, right? What are you doing here?
Actually, it's pretty clear to us what he's doing here and who he is. It's all in his online chat. 26-year-old Yasan Asfour uses the screen name Slave2mistresses. That gives you an idea what's on his mind.
Yeah.
He's a former member of a...
Man, they could have not found a more flattering side of this guy, right? But as Chris mentioned, right, the Slave2mistresses name is very telling of what he wanted, right? He wanted to be humiliated, or BDSM stuff, right? Collared up and all that stuff, right? It was crazy, right? But yeah.
Jordanian basketball team and now a student and personal trainer.
Yeah.
Like the previous man, Asfour chatted with a decoy who told him she was 13. But unlike Khan, Asfour mostly wanted the girl to do things to him.
Crazy.
We can't get too detailed,
Also,
but we can say he prefers to be treated like a dog and also a toilet. We'll have to leave it at that.
Chris, no, man. Christ almighty. I was gonna say that he wanted to be, defecated on, right? Voided on. But I did not know. I was like, I'm not gonna go there. We had Twink Toilet, right? That of course wanted that, but then I'm like, is that the reach that BDSM people, right, go to? I just thought of a stupid ass question to ask. If you're into BDSM, let me know, man. What is the attraction, man?
And say
I find it scary.
he prefers to be treated like a dog. And also a toilet. We'll have to leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
He sends live video of himself naked and wearing a dog collar.
God, man, these are not flattering images of you, homie. Oh man, he is collared up, which is sounds like I'm talking about something good, but no, collared up, man. But no, this is so bad, man.
Along with a link to a website that illustrates what he's talking about.
Christ.
So what's he have to say now that he's alongside another potential predator, just like two guys at the bar?
Again, we're back at this fucking bar. Where is Chris Hansen going that he meets these type of people, man? He's like, these two buddies are at a bar. I'm convinced Chris Hansen goes to like the worst bar that has ever been created, right? Where does he go, right? Where does he go and meets these type of people, right? But I was gonna ask as well, like, how do these people? And this is again to the questions of the BDSM people, right? How does someone get into these type of kinks, right? Like the BDSM stuff, maybe, right? You like catch your fucking neck or like a rope or something, like a belt, right? That's hanging, and then it all starts like that, right? But how do the people that like to get voided on, get into that, right? What happens? This is so strange, man.
What are you doing here tonight?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, it sure seems like you had a lot of plans in this chat.
Nothing
can I ask
or
a
nothing
question?
good.
Is my family gonna have to know about this?
Why are you so concerned about your family knowing?
Because this is something that
This
would
could
just
ruin you.
ruin my life.
Well, you made the decision to come in here, but I'm going to get back with you in a minute because I have a couple questions for you. What were you planning on doing here tonight? Did you bring your collar with you?
Man, oh, that is a strange question to ask someone. Did you bring your collar with you? What the hell? It's almost like Chris Hansen was like, going to fulfill this guy's fantasies, right? By collaring him up, right?
No. What is all this slave talk in here? And you're
What's
saying
hey, man, what is wrong with all this slave talk? Oh my God, Ron Knight, get out of my face, man.
all this to a girl who said she was 13?
Crazy.
13, yes. What is all this about?
I don't want to have sex.
Well, that's not what you say here. Is that you in those pictures? Got a collar on there?
God, man, some Kevin Westerbeck type of conviction, right? No sex, man. No. I prefer not to, man. So good, man.
Well,
We
you
need to
sent
go
this.
back.
I don't want to have sex.
Banger
Well, that's
line,
not what
man.
you say here.
Banger line, man. I swear to God. If you know what, I'll stop talking.
Is that you in those pictures? Got a collar on there.
I know,
you sent?
I keep pausing, but I'm just very confused here. Like, you think Tennis Boy saw these pictures and thought, like, what he thought about them? Like,
Got a collar on there.
collar?
Well, you sent this, right? You sent this?
I can't remember.
You can't remember. That's you, though, right? So there's only one way that these pictures could have gotten here, and that's by you sending them. And for you sent pictures too, didn't you?
Some really good pictures, man. Some high quality, professional type pictures, right? But no, back to the Slave2mistresses guy, right? Asfour, right? I feel like he's genuinely confused. There are some people who just straight up like act like they don't know what's happening, but I truly think that Asfour, Slave2mistresses, right? This guy over here, right? The gray sweater one or whatever sweater. One, I believe he's actually confused, man. He looks genuinely confused.
And for you sent pictures too, didn't you? And what did that picture show?
I was naked.
You thought that was okay to send a naked picture of yourself to a 13-year-old girl.
No, it's not okay.
Well, why did you do it?
Hey, man, I got a problem.
It's a weakness of mine.
Do you do this all the time?
I'm weak. I'm powerless.
Khan tells me he brought condoms and knows what's going
I'm
on.
inspired.
I've seen this program before.
You've seen this program?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what you've walked into here.
Yeah.
You're still trying to figure this out, so I'm going to tell you both what's going on here. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet underage teens online for sex.
Asfour still appears confused, but Khan clearly knows what's coming.
It's so crazy, man. Yeah, like I said, the difference between the two of them, right? Khan just accepted his fate, right? But Asfour is extremely confused. I truly think he is, which is strange. It's actually really, really strange because he's here for a reason. It's not like he accidentally showed up here. You get me? So him being like, "Oh, I don't want sex," right? But at the same time, like, these type of conversations and actions with a minor is not okay, right? And I understand he's not from here, but regardless, right? He should know what he's here for, you know?
Still appears confused, but Khan clearly knows what's coming.
Yeah, but we're both gonna get arrested, I think.
Arrested?
What? I'm very sorry.
Oh man, it's actually really funny. Holy crap, I mean, I never knew. He's like, what? So good, man.
I think.
We're gonna get arrested.
What?
I'm sorry about
I'm very sorry about this. I just want to make things right. I feel really bad about this.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Great.
Khan leaves. Asfour follows shortly after.
What a performance, man. Oh, I feel real bad, man. I feel like I'm a bad guy. Like, man, I want to make this right. How in the world would you make this right? You know, the only way you could kind of make it okay is just to go to jail, right? But even that, I don't think it atones for what you would have potentially done. You get me?
Outside, the Flagler Beach police are waiting.
Come out here on the ground.
On the ground. On the ground. Now. Hands behind your back.
Then you look at each other. Oh god. Then you look at each other, man. So cute, man. So cute, man. I ship them together. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I think they would make a great couple.
Hands behind your back.
Back at the police station,
Back
the
at the
two men
house.
are questioned by investigators at the same time. Asfour is worried about his reputation and still says he didn't do anything wrong.
The situation will hurt me if it's on the TV.
No shit. It is interesting to hear him talk a bit more. Back at the house, right? He didn't say anything realistically. He was kind of more confused and quiet more than anything, right? I could barely hear him, right? But a very, you know, reasonable assumption, right? That the situation would hurt him if he was publicized, right? It's very interesting because he actually is worried for his position at the college, right?
Situation will hurt me
The team.
if it's on the TV. I'll not do any criminal in my life. Even I'll not do any sex with a woman.
What if you had gotten over here and she had wanted
this
to have
guy.
had sex with you?
I will not accept
Not accept.
because many girls try to have sex with me. I swear I am virgin.
Dog, this is just me in another life. Of course, not like the whole actual like, you know, thing, but the whole like, oh man, many women want to have sex with me, man. That's me, okay, man. I have to tell everyone like, I'm sorry, right? I'm waiting for marriage. No, I'm kidding. I'm not, but it's just, come on, man. He makes it seem like, you know, he is innocent when, you know, one single look at his chat logs would show how bad this is, right? And hey, again, oh god. I'm not anything like this guy, right? In another life, I would never be like this. I mean, I don't have control of that, but I wouldn't be if it was up to me, right?
To God, my goal was to know her because she was nice with me.
Yes, your goal was to have her do the things that you typed in there at some point.
Yeah, maybe that's true after I know her.
Oh my god. Ah, man, oh my god. These people. Every time they say something like that, it really confuses me because in whose mind does that become right? You get me? There are predators that have used something like that. The whole like, oh, not, you know, in one day, in 1 week, I'll do that, right? Maybe after I know her a little bit, we'll do that. But that's not. It's not the crime. Isn't that you had sex with someone you barely know? The crime is you doing that with someone who isn't able to give consent. Therefore, it's illegal, right? It's crazy, right? But again, I don't believe Asfour is smart enough to recognize that, right?
Typed in there.
Yeah, maybe that's true after I know her, but not in the first meeting.
Down the hall, it's a different story with the psychology major, Safraz Khan.
I just made a terrible mistake that could possibly affect me for the rest of my life. Would that be a fair assumption?
That would be a very fair assumption.
Man, I want to punch this guy so much. Like, he's trying to, like, act like he's a good person, right? He's like, oh, you know, is it a fair assumption for me to think, like, this would affect me for the rest of my life? Shut up. It will. It fucking will. What are you saying? I don't need you to be this formal, like, oh, I want to make things right. Oh, I should have done this. I could have ruined my life, right? Like, shut up.
Khan.
I just made a terrible mistake that could possibly affect me for the rest of my life. Would that be a fair assumption?
That would be a very fair assumption, actually.
Khan tells Detective Liz Williams of the Flagler Beach Police that he's been having sexual chats with underage girls since he was 20.
How many of...
Yeah. This isn't his first time doing something like this. It is insane for him to basically admit to other crimes as well. He has texted other people that's underage when he was an adult, right? I believe it was either 20 or 21 when he started. He's 25 now. So for 4 to 5 years, potentially, he had been texting with these minors, which is crazy, right? He's like, oh, I don't want this to affect me for the rest of my life. Then he confirms that he's basically a predator for a long time, you get me?
Of those girls did you send pictures to?
Probably all of them.
All of them?
I struggle.
All of them? Like, Christ. You're telling me he sent... I assume it's the same picture, I'm going to be honest. He sent pictures like that to all of them? Oh, man. Yeah, this guy... I actually don't think any of them got any time. I think they all fled. But we'll see what they say.
Struggle with this, internally.
Did you send pictures to?
Probably all of them.
All of them?
I struggle with this, internally. Obviously, I know I've always known it's wrong, and I never realized just how big of a problem it is.
It's just what an idiot. what a dumbass. To him to say, I've done this for a while, I've known it's wrong, I don't know what's wrong with me. You've incriminated yourself beyond belief, right? It's like you basically confirmed that you knew it was bad, you knew it was illegal, and also that you've done it before. You get me?
Later, both men were charged with 3 felonies, including attempting to commit a lewd act on a child and using a computer to send harmful material to a minor. If convicted, Khan could face up to 5 years in prison. Asfour, because he sent that live video of himself naked, has been charged with a second-degree felony and could be sentenced to up to 15 years in jail.
Holy crap! Is that how that works? I didn't know that. What? Because there have been people in the past that have just straight up sent videos in the past, I believe, or like live recorded themselves. So why is it different? Maybe this is the first time Chris has ever mentioned it, but 15 years for Asfour, right?
Naked has been charged with a second-degree felony and could be sentenced to up to...
And he's been crying. That's fucking fun. That's so good. That's funny as hell.
15 years in jail.
15
and because
years.
both men are not U.S. citizens, if convicted, they could be deported after serving their sentences.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's read this out. Safraz Khan and Yasan Asfour were arrested during the Flagler Beach, Florida sting of 2006. Khan is a native and citizen of Guyana. And was admitted to the United States as a lawful permanent resident on May 25, 1994. That's Tennisboy, right? Khan, Safraz Khan. On March 11, 2008, he was convicted of attempted lewd or lascivious battery, computer pornography, and child exploitation, and transmission of harmful material to a minor. Khan was sentenced to 15 months in jail with 5 years sex offender probation and lifetime registration as a sex offender, right? This is a 25-year-old tennis boy guy. Lifetime registration, huh? About a year after his release from jail, he was detained by ICE and held in custody at Wakulla County facility in Crawfordville, Florida. What? Why? According to official documents, he remained in ICE custody at least until what the fuck? 2016? That is a long time. Actually, let me check. Oh god, I can't even see these things. Okay, wait. About a year after release from jail, so I mean, give me a second. So nearly what is 5, 6, 7 years? He is no longer in ICE custody, right? I don't know why he was in there for a long time. Yasan Asfour was charged with attempting a lewd act on a child, computer pornography, and child exploitation, and using a computer to send harmful material to a minor. Asfour was okay. That's Asfour, right? That's the Slave2mistresses guy. So that's a couple of things. Asfour fled within a few months of being charged. It is believed that he may have returned to his native Jordan, which is, I believe, it's a country, and a bench warrant was issued for his arrest, which I don't know what that is. Okay, so what is this?
So what time does your mom come home?
I can't remember.
I work at Publix. What are you doing right now? You sound kind of busy. Are you on the bed?
No, miss.
What games do you play?
What is happening?
That's the stuff I played when I was a kid. I bet you look cute in your pajamas.
Mistress.
What the hell was that? Okay. Anyway, let's end this video, please. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you some other time. This was a crazy video. I don't know how well it came out, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but press the like. If you liked it, like the fucking video. It'll help me out, right? I'm so confused. I am confused. Their stories after being on the show is crazy, but yeah, we'll catch you some other time, right? If you liked the video, again, like it, check out the channel. Follow me on socials or whatever. I have Instagram. It's on my account. And we'll catch you some other time. Bye.